leaning close, the journey starts. A moment of truth, a shift in heart. Together we rise, together we stand. With courage and love, we change the land. Bringing hope, inspiring change. Every voice, every dream, we light the way. With words of power.
Words of power, words of hope. Mark, I don't think we've ever danced like that before, but it was a lot of fun. If you guys had just seen us, we were going at it. And look at I mean, we're both smiling and happy now.
You know,
Sometimes
yeah, I think dance is divine providence. It is, who dances? Somebody who is happy. And why are you happy? Why are you joyous? Because you believe that God got you and you got the love for the God. That's it. So it's divine providence. It moves you to dance. You can do the shift. You can do the shuffle. You can do whatever in the kitchen, in the outside, in your car. I see a lot of people
yes.
dance in their car. So this is all good. And I think it's the finger of divine love touches you on the shoulder and say, hey, you are loved. I love you. You're go on in the world and do your love. And as you know, I had some loss in the family this week, not this week but last few weeks, and I'm thinking, what is the legacy? How can I honor that loss? Is by loving others, right? Yes, there's grief, there's this lessons, there's memories, there's moments, but I see it as my mission to pay it forward. I didn't want to speak so fast and jump on it, but I'm just so inspired. Thank you, Nick.
Hey, I want to hear you. And it says something about you, like we were just discussing prior to coming on here. Your legacy, Mark, is one of encouragement. And what a way not to just be remembered, but what a way to live. Your perspective and the way you intentionally live out each day is a call to others to experience life in a different way. Perhaps you've always been around negative people and you've adapted a negative mindset. Viewer, if you're watching right now, I invite you to come on a new journey. Come on a new journey where you experience life differently, where when certain words are said, certain phrases are spoken, you go from one way of listening and reacting to experiencing that same input in a different way. And the cool thing is, the way you see life changes. Instead of looking at situations, Mark was just sharing with me just some of almost the limitations that he experiences at times. And instead of him looking at those experiences as limitations, you know what? He chalks it up to that's part of life. And he's able to experience just almost a freedom that others definitely aren't. And if you hear my piano being tuned, I apologize. I'm outside today. I tried to get away from it, but I was unable to. She's been working about 3 hours now. So I did not think she would still be here, but I do appreciate her, and she is a faithful watcher of the art of encouragement. So, thank you, Michelle, for watching, and we appreciate you. So, Mark, tell me everything. What do you think about this new book we've got coming out?
The book gives me encouragement. I have been learning this week and working with, you have to have your board of um, directors, right? Your board of directors, people who you can never hire, because they charge too much or they're too busy, but they want to work with you. And what I learned is a lot of our limitations are in our own mind. And we, as humans, we are very social animals, or creatures, I should say. And we like to copy each other. At least I like to do it. Like, oh, this person, there's this famous um, case when there was one person who finally broke 4 minute mile, right? Up to that point in time, it was considered impossible. Like, oh, you cannot, do them. You cannot do a mile in less than 4 minutes. But then somebody did, and then another person did right after, and then another one, another one, another one. So this just to show you that whatever you think is impossible in your mind, is it really? And perhaps you could be the pioneer who's going to break through, or find somebody who's done it. And once they have done it, you can do better. So this is one thing. Is another one is the art of encouragement. The second book, I think, is going to transform lives. I know it's a big promise. It's a bold one, but we have to be bold. We have to have those audacious dreams. It's going to come at a time when it's most needed, and it's very heartfelt. It's very open. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
I really am too, Mark. The more I see those principles lived out that we've outlined in the book, I'm living it right now. That words should not be used as tools for destruction. Instead, they should be what lifts others up. Because when we lift others up, guess what? We're lifting ourselves up as well. And I'm absolutely thrilled that you and I have this legacy of encouragement, that when people see us, they talk about ways others have encouraged them. And that doesn't happen by chance. It's because that's our our theme. That's our heart. That's our life.
Yeah.
And if at the end of my life, I'm remembered by being an encourager and giving, as Pastor Allen says, if he gets to the end of his life and goes before God, and God says, "You gave too much grace," you know, I would rather that than to hear you gave too much judgment. Because in the scriptures I've read, it says nothing about giving too much grace, but it says, "Judge not unless you're going to be judged by the same power that you judge others."
Yeah.
So the way we look at others affects the way we look at ourselves. If we don't give others grace, we're not going to give ourselves grace.
Hmm.
I need a lot of grace. If you know me, you know I need a lot of grace. Um,
Absolutely. For the things that we have in our lives and for others, um, you have said very poignant things. Um, all throughout this broadcast, one of the things I heard is you said, "What if somebody has grown up or came up in a family that, through no fault of their own, they didn't know better. They didn't know better, and they just followed what their parents told them, and their parents before, and their parents, or maybe somebody, and it's they just copying this destructive patterns, and they trying to communicate with you, but it's hurtful. You think, well, this person have to love me, but why does it hurt so much? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. It's what is it? And I
it
think that
hurts.
it hurts. So I think we, as children, can be traumatized. And then as adults, we're trying to figure out the rest of our lives how to unburden ourselves from this trauma we got. And so, why not stop it with yourself? Why not stop it with the trauma and think, hey, I've been traumatized. I'm not going to do this to my kids or to somebody in my family. I will not make jokes that are hurtful. They're not funny. I will listen. I will listen and learn, and I will edify versus destruct. This is my point today.
That's amazing. When we intentionally hurt others,
Hmm.
and I see it so often, Mark, it says so much about us and not too much about them. When we are hurting, we're likely to lash out. When we're hurting, we're likely to withhold that grace. When we're hurting, we have the capacity to hurt others. And I've heard so many times, hurt people hurt people. So if you're hurt, I want you to hear from me right now. I am so sorry that someone hurt you. I am so sorry. That shouldn't have happened to you as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, as an adult. That should not have happened. And I can't take that away, though. But what I can do is give you, it's almost like a ticket to a Greyhound bus station. I can give you a ticket, though, that will help change your destination. And that ticket is to forgive. Forgive not only today, but tomorrow when you want to bring back that mindset, when you want to dwell instead of in hope and in freedom, when you want to dwell in demise, because that's where you lived for so long. Now is your time. Now is your season. And now is an opportunity for you to leave a different legacy. You can be well. So many people think I can't be fixed. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. You can be the very best version of yourself, but it doesn't happen without intentionality. So today, set out on that journey. Take the ticket and live in a whole new life where the possibilities are endless, because your capacity for living and being and experiencing life in a whole new way, that's also limitless. So we love you. Mark and I absolutely love you. We may not know you, but we love you, and we know that you're awesome. So hear that from me today. Those aren't just cheap words. They're the life that I live. And things aren't always perfect. Mark just experienced that loss. But at the end of the day, the way he is interpreting, the way he's responding, the way he's coping is different than a person that has a negative mindset, that wants to then dwell and feel comfortable as they learn to grieve and as they're getting things out from a place of anger, from a place of dejection, from a place where there is no peace. That's what we need in the world. We need peace. But to develop peace, you have to be intentional. So go on that journey today and just know the ride's amazing.
Yes. So it is your invitation, your ticket. It's your boarding pass. It's your electronic ticket, whatever it is, whatever it is you call it these days. It's your stub to go forward. And yeah, it's we're here to help you encourage your dreams, justify the times you fall down, help you weed out through your own suspicions, and we are going to have your back. We're gonna this is not from me, this is coming from a book I'm reading, and it says, if you can help people encourage their dreams, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. I'm not sure about the last one, but it just shows that you are a partner, an ally. So we are here to do that. And I know Nic has done this for me, and hopefully I'm doing this for him as well. So thank you all for joining us today. And
Yeah, and I want to give a really big shout out to our friend Greg. Greg, I was able to talk with him yesterday, and we, you know, I appreciate everybody that's reached out about him. I know he was a big part of our show for a while. So, Greg, if you're watching this, we are an ally with you. And we want you to know that no matter what, we believe in you, we love you, and I can't wait to see you back on the show sometime soon. So just hang in there and and just know that this is not fleeting. Friendships, life, um, it, it's not fleeting, but we intentionally want to journey with all of you, and on your good days we're going to be there, and on those days where it seems like everything just sucks, we're there for you those days too, and God is as well. Mark, I can't wait. Our new book's coming out, and we have the chance right now to bring so many people on this journey. And this journey, I just want to warn the readers: this isn't an easy journey that we're taking you on this time. It's not just all pretty pictures. You don't have the bear and the, the tiger. Instead, you have yourself. You have your own predispositions. You have your own bias, and you get to choose what to do with it. Make the right choice. Encourage others. Plant trees under whose shade you may never sit, my friend, because that's where your legacy is. Live a life of legacy, impact. And when it's our turn to go, when it's your turn to go, may there be such a void that it's going to take 15 people to fill it, because you've loved so deeply. You've given so much grace. And because you wouldn't stop showing up for others. Show up for others, encourage them, and that's where you're going to find your best life, my friend. Next week, we're going to be celebrating the book even more. Again, it's coming out the end of this month. Um, we this week are probably going to put up 2 or 3 covers for you to help us choose from. We need your input. And
Yes,
if you
yes.
want to be part of our launch party, we're going to be inviting, like we did previously when we launched our last book. You want to be part of this? We want you to be part of this. If that's something that you are like, yeah, I want to be there, I want you to be here. So don't think you're inviting yourself, but instead just reach out. Let us know ahead of time, because we don't want to miss anyone. And we want everyone to celebrate with us. That's what it's all about. We want to bring you along. It's our journey, and you're part of our. So have a good week. We will see you next week. And Mark, any closing thoughts, my guy? My Mark
Um, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Thank you for the space, and this has been this is a this show that we do. It's community. It's for the community. It's for people bringing together, sharing ideas, and also to be vulnerable, to be open. Um, People talk about vulnerability. They talk about being open. I think this is our way to do it, and I like it.
Absolutely. Um, just I'm overwhelmed with gratitude right now, Mark, for you, for our viewers, for our readers, and to God for all He has done to just bring us to this new place. So we love you all. Let us know if you want to be on our show next week, or if you want to be in the launch, okay? And we'll see you soon.
Thank you all.
Here we go.